Hey guys, it's Mr. Flynn getting to the basics here of opposites. When we're talking about opposites in integers, it's a very easy concept, but it is something that's new to you. So let's go ahead and get some practice with it. So remember our number line. Number line's got arrows on each end because it goes on forever. And for this guy right here, I'm just going to adjust this one to go like that. We don't have to draw a huge number line. We just want the concept in front of us. We always have a zero in the middle. We know that on the right, it's positive numbers, the numbers that get bigger as you go further to the right. And then on the left, we know we have the negative numbers. They get smaller. As you go further to the left, away from zero, the number gets smaller. Okay? Opposites are very, very easy. It's the easiest thing we're ever going to do. All I need to know, let's say I want the opposite of 3. So there's my graph of 3. All I need to know to get the opposite of a number is how much do I have to add to 3 to get it back to 0? What number will I add to 3 to get it back to 0? And it sounds kind of hard that we're going to be adding negative numbers right off the bat because I've got to go 1, 2, 3 spaces to the left. So that tells me I'm going to add a negative 3. And look at what we see. 3 plus its opposite equals 0. All right, we're going to prove it by plugging it into the calculator. Here we go. 3 plus negative 3 equals 0. Okay, it's really, really, really easy. It's even easier than what I'm saying right now. I'm going to tell you something in a second. It's going to make it ridiculously easy. All right, so let's say I want the opposite of negative 2. So here's my negative 2, graphed on a regular old number line. What do I have to add to negative 2 to get it back to 0? Well, I count 1, 2 spaces. I'm moving to the right. So the opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. Check this out. Let's try it. Negative 2 plus positive 2 equals 0. All right, let's see if it's correct. Let's use our calculator, okay? 2, that's a negative, plus 2 equals 0. I'm correct. Are you guys noticing any kind of a pattern here? I hope some of you are, and in class we'll definitely develop that pattern. It's really, really easy. Let's say I have negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 6. So I want to graph negative 6, and I want to know what the opposite of negative 6. What does it take to get me back to 0? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the positive direction. It's a positive 6. So look, negative 6 plus 6 equals what? Calculator. 6, change the sign, plus 6 brings me back to 0. So there we are. All right, this is moving kind of fast, but I don't want you to worry about it because the real easy part of this is whatever my number is, if it's a negative number, to find the opposite, all I have to do is use that same number, but I make it a positive. And if it's a positive number and I want the opposite, all I have to do is use that same number and make it a negative. So if I ask you the opposite of 17, well, it's negative 17. Let's check it. Negative 17 plus 17. Plug it into our old calculator. 17, change the sign, plus 17. Look at that. Whatever the opposite, when they ask for the opposite, all you have to do is put the opposite sign. Okay, so let's say I start out with negative 33. Well, the opposite sign of a negative is a positive, and the positive is always implied. We don't have to put the plus sign down for it. So the opposite of negative 33 is positive 33. Okay. How about the opposite of 720? Well, it's a positive 720. So the opposite of 720 is negative 720. Okay. Are we getting this? It's really, really easy. It's the easiest thing we're going to do all year. All right, let's check out what the practice looks like on IXL. This is IXL M.